So, day 1, we left Union Grove, Wisconsin, which is right about here. And we traveled west on 11 down to 43. We took the 43 bypass around and ran 43 down. We followed this road right here.
We went to 11 to 43.
Then we ended up down in Illinois for a short bit to turn around if we go back up on here to 81. 81 across to 11. Followed 11 across until the Mississippi, I think.
Well, it's right up where it dead ends in that one road.
Well, then it jogs down and it becomes 11 again.
Yeah, well, it's still stays 11.
Okay, we went to Dubuque. Okay, now I'm getting to where I'm going to need to swap maps.
Yep.
We followed was it still 20?
We weren't on, I think it was 20. Yeah.
20. Okay, I gotta go find this Iowa now. So
on 151.
We ended up at Dubuque. Down to Cedar Rapids. So we followed 151 apparently down this way. And then we worked our way down to I-80.
I don't remember. I'm sure we did.
So I remember Fairfax.
380, and then picked up at 80 and just ran straight west on 80. Lots of cornfields.
Way to Des Moines. Past Des Moines.
80 on the north side. Yep.
And then we came down and followed 80 still. So we followed I-80. We went through Omaha.
You stayed on I-80 the entire time.
Okay.
Long, boring. Well, you shouldn't say boring. It was.
I go to Nebraska. And then our campground was just off of I-80. Right about there. Actually, it's right about here. For the first night. Now, because the next day became a little bit more
Interesting.
For day 2, we came out. We got on I-80 after beating thunderstorms and packing up in a hurry all the way across I-80, and then we followed it all the way. We turned to 76, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So we followed 76 down, and then I'm going to need to move over to
Colorado.
And here's where we tied into Colorado. From Nebraska, we came down 76 to past Fort Morgan, through Denver. 76 continues through here. And then we picked up 70.
Yep, 70 until Silverthorne. We went north a little bit out of Silverthorne, and we stopped at a park, and our trailer brakes were smoking.
Well, no, we got just past here.
Yeah.
This was about where we stopped for the
Smoking.
the little park.
Smoking brakes or smoking grease, or we don't know what was smoking, but we don't have brakes. Or at least when we tested yesterday, they weren't working, so we're going to try it again today.
On the camper. We do have brakes in the Traverse.
Correct.
And then we worked our way up here. And up here are what Grandpa Luce affectionately calls the rabbit ears. I don't know if you can see it on the map. I think it says 9,400 feet. And I was driving down here, and that was stressful enough. And I was keeping behind the semis right along with them. Let's just say
we're going down faster on rabbit ears.
Yes.
Okay, so this is where we are right now. We're Steamboat Springs. And today is to go from Steamboat Springs to Salt Lake City. A quick panorama, because it's gorgeous. Well, except for we're in a campground. And all the mountains are behind trees. So, all right, that's where we are so far. Okay, so I started the video here. This is day 3. We're day 3. We're only day 3. Wow. Matt was headphones on, so he didn't hear about any of this. So I'm going to hand this to Matt, and he's going to survey the damage.
Okay.
So, anyways, the kids are taking a break. Anyway, we had Mormon crickets all over the road, and they left themselves all over the trailer, which now I'm glad it's a 25-year-old trailer. So, day number 3, attack of the Mormon crickets. So, start of the day, I thought we were going to take it easy, but then we kind of realized there wasn't much we could do in Steamboat Springs on a Sunday and all the good stuff. So we figured we'd just go ahead and start at Salt Lake City. Couple things. We headed west out of Steamboat. It's gorgeous. I mean, it's beautiful. And US 40 or I guess it would be 40 out of Steamboat to the west, hardly anybody's on it, and there's not much out there, but it's really pretty. We found out that there's such a thing called Mormon Crickets, and let me make sure I've got so we found out there's such a thing called Mormon Crickets. They were all over the road, and I'm riding, we're driving over it like, I don't know, probably 10-15 minutes. I'm like, what is that stuff? And about the time I started seeing a couple of them move, and I said something to my wife, and she says, "Yeah, they're moving." The road was covered in these Mormon crickets, and now they're all over the bottom of the SUV and the front of the camper, and we're all and Matt had his headsets on the entire time, and so he didn't really notice what was going on. And then of course we started to see it's all over the camper. I was like, bug guts. And then we started talking about, Matt was going to go clean it up because he wasn't paying attention.
He didn't deny it.
We're going to have to find a pull-through car wash and spray it off. So I guess we're almost to Utah right now. I mean, we're within 5 miles, I guess, of Utah. And then it's Salt Lake City. Mm-hmm. And we're going to be going through Park City, which apparently I've been told is really nice, countryside as well. And then Salt Lake City. And then we're going to do some maintenance stuff because we've been kind of on the rush. This is a short day. It's only supposed to be 7 hours. And that should leave us some time in Salt Lake to kind of get caught up on things like laundry and see if we can fix some parts that are, breaking on the trailer. We had the door on the trailer, the latching mechanism broke. So now we got to figure out how to fix that. Great thing about a 25-year-old trailer, you don't have to use new parts. We could just kind of strap it all together, and as long as it gets gets us back home, it's fine. I'm not going to worry about too much. It will look a little redneck though. So I will do another update later.
All right, we are western Colorado.
Wow, and that's gorgeous.
And we are starting to tie into where we're going to be crossing into Utah. Utah! Complete with a dinosaur on their sign.
It says Jitah. Oh no, it's a tail. Come on, Google, say it.
Roar!
Roar! I've noticed that every time I go to do anything in the camera, I've got to look over my glasses, which gives me this really, I'm not necessarily the most photogenic person on the planet, but then I'm doing this. Anyway, obviously, I have no idea where we are, other than we're in Utah. I guess about 140 miles from Salt Lake City. One of the things that happened this morning is actually, it happened this morning while we were breaking camp and putting some stuff in. The latch on the door in the camper. Now, here's a little thing. The camper is roughly 25 years old. I don't remember what year exactly, but it's been around for a little bit. It's in relatively good shape for 25 years. It does the 2 things that we ask it to do, 3 things. Roll down the road, turn into a nice tent, and air conditioning. The third one was kind of my requirement, not necessarily everybody's, but I think everybody's beginning to understand why the air conditioning thing is important. Although last night in Steamboat we didn't need it. Steamboat, it's a little cooler because it's a little higher, I guess. But and it's fairly dry. So last night it kind of got cold, which is going to get cold again once we get to the coast. But Salt Lake is going to be a steam bath. Not really. It's going to be very warm and low humidity. So I want to say it's going to be over 100 when we get there from the forecast. And so we're going to have to work with that. The door, though, you can see the door's hanging there. The only thing it's keeping in play is a ratchet strap. I don't think there's any way to fix the door with just us. It's all riveted together, and it's a semi-monocoque like design, I guess. So, it's got ribs and whatnot in it, but it's, largely based on the tension of the skin as to whether or not it's going to hold together. So we can drill out the rivets and then try to repair the door, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to put it back together in a way that it'll actually work, trying to do it the right way. So the great thing about the United States is there's a Walmart everywhere. We stopped at a Walmart that was on the way on US 40. And again, US 40 is gorgeous. I mean, it's beautiful. I haven't done a whole lot of traveling out west, so I can't say which roads to take versus which roads not to, but it's really pretty. Deserty, yes, but very picturesque. Nothing really out here, though, for obvious reasons. So, I'm sitting here looking at this, nothing but dirt and rocks and desert. So, what we did is we stopped at Walmart and got eye bolts. I'm going to drill through it, drop in the eye bolt, and I'll bolt her together. I'm going to have, basically try to stretch straps, zip tie or whatever, so that the thing doesn't fall out, because right now it's just hanging there. We have the ratchet strap. The reason all this works is because my wife, who is always prepared for everything. I'm kind of minimalist. She's kind of always prepared. Let's put it that way.
Try to be.
Yes. So I live in the Walmart world. I have a credit card and can go just about anywhere and buy what I need when I need it. But it is very nice to have, very nice when you always have what you need when you need it. So that's what we've been doing. Because we had the ratchet strap, we didn't have to go anywhere to get the ratchet strap to keep the door up. So we were able to make it onto this next leg on time. Obviously, if we didn't have all the stuff, we wouldn't be able to do that. We would have had to run into someplace, grab something, and then we would have been later into Salt Lake. So I guess that's it. We had bugs, which I think I already made a video about that. And yeah, truck's running great. We did test the brakes earlier this morning. I don't remember if I actually said that on a video. And we do have some braking from the trailer. And I've tested it, and if the trailer starts to wag, it is enough to stop the wag. So I'm going to call that a win for right now. Unless something else happens, we're not going to ask the trailer brakes to do anything major at this point. If it just stops the wag and then provides some drag on it downhill, that's fine. And we're going to run with them unless something breaks. And if something breaks, we're going to live in hotels. Okay, so we actually made it to Salt Lake City. Everything was, everything's here. We're going to have to fix the door on the trailer. Obviously, we got it up. We got here early enough. We actually had some time to do something else, something we haven't had, been able to do the last couple days. It's been get to the campground, set up, and then about that time it's too late to do anything else. But here we had a little bit, so we decided we're going to go see Salt Lake. You come to Salt Lake City, you should probably go see Salt Lake. We learned something very important. Brine flies are bad.
What he said.
That was one thing, we're kind of doing this all unscripted. So we go to the Salt Lake and the state park, and just walk down the shore and found out that there is such a thing as a brine fly, and they're in the billions. They don't taste very good either. We're here. We're going to be leaving for Lake Tahoe tomorrow. We've got a reservation there, and hopefully we got some time to go look around Tahoe before we get there, but we may or may not. It kind of depends on how things work out. And that's it. So we're, this is obviously us just kind of playing around at this point in time and learning. We are not professional YouTubers. I won't even claim to be. But we hope you enjoy the videos that we're putting out there. I recognize that our primary audience is our family, and this isn't about motorcycles right at the moment. Hopefully we turn to that as content, but our summer has been chaotic, so this is where we are at this point in time. Thanks very much.